Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video. I'm joined by Taryn. How, mate?
Hey, buddy. How we doing?
Mate, look at this.
Isn't this awesome?
Look at this. So we've been designing our mechs for our little scenario. So we're going to talk about the mechs now that they're all done and the terrain that we're going to be playing on.
These are Hutch's boards, aren't they?
They are.
Nice. Good work, buddy.
So let's intro us in, buddy, and let's get started.
Oh, hey, can we get the Tinkerbell thing like Bregel said? Make like a comet thing go.
We have been playing a lot of our games with 3D terrain.
Yes.
Right? So,
which is the stackable stuff that you got.
So this is an example. So there were a few people who've been asking us about 3D terrain for BattleTech. I mean, it is essentially a board game, but it has progressed a lot from that level.
And it is cool if you can get like modular sort of reusable terrain type stuff. It makes it really, really cool.
Yeah. So when I was actually working something out, I just got some foam.
Yes.
And cut them into hexes, and then I could make sort of whatever thing I wanted.
Which is kind of cool.
We're going back a long time now, so you can 3D print just about everything now. But I mean, this is sort of what I was working on before, and that worked quite well.
Yeah.
We went to the 2-inch because it was more space.
Yeah, you get more room for like a mech and a thing and a counter or a dice or something like that.
Yeah. So there's that, and then basically I tried to get in contact with a place that would actually do, like it was over in China. I actually found a place in China at the time. That was the most efficient way of sort of doing it because I couldn't find anyone in Australia. Again, 3D printers weren't sort of a thing.
They did not exist then, hard as that is to imagine.
But we've played our other games on those. It was just like a little fabric mat in green with the hexes marked on it, and it worked quite well.
Yep.
But there are some people who like to go to the next level.
Take it to a silly degree. I mean, really.
We have a friend here in Perth. His name's Simon, and he's a long-time player of BattleTech and a very creative guy.
It makes you sick.
Yeah,
really
been trying to get him in onto the channel, but he's a very busy fella. But he did lend us these so we could actually showcase them and play some battles on. He thought that would be a good idea, and I agreed with him.
Yeah,
so
I reckon they're awesome.
awesome.
I reckon they're awesome.
We need to do a little bit of touching up here. He said they've been damaged in storage, but they just hold up quite well.
It's realistic. It looks like crumbling rock and stuff.
Yeah. So everything's like level 1, 2, 3, things like that. It's and these corner bits, it doesn't matter sort of which way you turn it. They all match up.
Yep. All good.
He's having fun. And they are made in the 2-inch size. So that, like you said, like your bigger mechs, they've still got some room to move.
You got room to swing around and stuff. It gets mildly weird when you put it in there if you can't turn in because his gun's catching on something. But
you just got
to fiddle around with it.
So he's marked with flock in certain hexes, and he's got different colours. So a lighter green for light woods.
And then the heavy green, so you got a lighter green and a heavy green.
Yeah, so for your light and heavy woods, things like that. So there's a lot of trees just to sort of make it look more realistic.
Cool.
Yeah. But
you got 1, 2, 3, 4 level drops there, which is freaking awesome.
So there's a lot of areas where it blocks a lot of line of sight. So if you need to maneuver and be sneaky. But I think you had like 6 or 8 of these, and
I seem to remember.
Doesn't matter which combination you do, how you set them up, and it's all different. And he's also got some. I'm trying to get some pictures. He's also got like some desert ones as well.
Cool.
City. There was an island one, which was really good.
I think that was the one where I got the head blown off of my guy with the Gauss rifle.
Yes, ages ago we played on that one. So you had to sort of slog through level 1 water. Yeah. And there's little pockets of islands, and then you can just sort of set up and.
Some monkey at the other end with a Gauss rifle blew the head off my commander.
We thought, look, for this scenario, we really, like, if we've gone to all this effort to make some custom mechs and whatever else and designs, let's have a really nice table to play on. So
let's try a cool table.
So for this scenario, we have a building at each end to defend, and the object is to destroy the opponent's building. And then get whatever surviving forces you've got off your starting edge.
Yep.
So the scoring goes as such.
Okay.
If you destroy an enemy mech, you score their BV. Once you've destroyed the enemy building, any of your units that get off your starting home edge, their BV is added to your score.
No matter how badly damaged they are.
That's right.
You get full BV.
Yep. So there is force withdrawal rules. They are in the box set, and that's the one we're going to use.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to, because that'll help speed up the game a little bit as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to die on the battlefield. You just want to do what you can and make it out
run
alive.
away when you're injured.
That's
what
right.
happens.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Quartermaster will have your butt if you lose your mech. So, but that's so the buildings are level about 2.5. So we can make them 2 or 3. Could probably make them 2 because that'll give them a bit more protection.
I'd make it a 2.
Yeah.
So that's 2 levels, and anything standing on top is at the 3rd. Or
they will be 3. So a mech will be 4 high and stuff like that. So it takes up 3 hexes. So if you've watched the videos that we've talked about buildings, you'll understand how the rules for those work. We're going with mediums, maybe. So
we'll
they're up
probably
to
end up
40-ish, 40 CF.
40 CF?
40 CF. Yeah.
So they should come down nice and quick.
Yeah. But you still got to get there, and you
Yeah,
got to
you
get
still
through
got
the enemy mechs
line
and
of
stuff.
sight and in range and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And with all of this cool stuff around the place, we're probably not going to be managing that quickly.
No.
But what we were thinking also is that once the enemy building goes down, that starts a timer. And you have X number of turns. We haven't really decided on the number of turns yet, but we'll figure that out in a bit. So you'll have that many turns once the building drops to get as many of your mechs off your end of the battlefield as possible. And that's how you score your extra BB for getting them off the board.
So it's funny, like either way, killing the opponent mechs is sort of what you want to do. But as soon as your building goes down, you really, you just forget about the opponent's building and you just go after their mechs. You want to stop
as quick as you can. Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to score extra.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it, don't you?
I think so.
I can't have any orbital bombardments or minefields or anything like that.
We'll get into that when we talk about the other equipment. We'll move on to there. We've got
artillery
missiles and artillery and all sorts of cool stuff coming up. But for this,
direct ballistic only. Right, gotcha.
So we've finished the mechs and we've printed out the sheets and things like that. So
very schmick.
Maybe we should talk a little bit about what we think, how they're going to be used on the table and what their
I'm going to shoot the building and then
of course
go.
That's right. That's the one. So what have you got? So you designed the locust,
the DUMB locust,
the dumb locust.
It's a locust dash DUMB actually.
Fair enough.
Right.
We'll get that in editing or not. I don't know. So 20 tons, like the standard locust, very fast.
Yep, like a standard locust.
And a couple of machine gun arrays, which I'm kind of excited to try out.
Yes, I'm enjoying that. I'm thinking that's going to be fun, actually.
I think we have a couple of mechs on the field with machine gun arrays, and we were talking about how dangerous it could be if you hit the head.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of pilot hits.
And I'm looking at that and seeing a BV of 414, and I'm going, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really. I mean, you could get Phoenix Walks and things, or was it Stingers and stuff for less than that? But
yeah, true.
That's not too bad.
But I don't think it has the potential to do that much damage. I mean, Stingers are like mostly medium lasers and whatever else.
Yeah, but you get that in close, and you're doing what 16. Yeah. It says 4 machine gun array in each array, 2 per machine gun, so 16 damage if they all go.
Does have that. You did build it with an XL.
Yes.
To fit all those weapons on, so I don't know. Yeah, it hasn't got a lot of armor, so I don't know. We'll see how he goes.
But he'll be your fast.
There is a bit of cover
damage
here, so that will help. And if he sort of wants to zip over these raised areas and stuff,
I keep him low down, run him through there, and try and ping for a few points. The cluster table thing doesn't help, but.
Well, look, when you get within point blank, all your cluster stuff hits.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. That's pretty good there.
That's very good.
So what was next? So I've got the Shadowhawk.
Shadowhawk.
Yeah,
well,
so
I think we're going weight-wise. Yeah. That was the funky. The FUNK.
Shadowhawk.
So light Gauss and light AC5. Which
it's a good range on that.
Yeah.
15 and 25, so you can really start putting on the hurt fairly early.
And 13 points of damage with almost no heat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And jump capable.
Jump capable.
On this table, very handy. There's a lot of high
handy.
points here. You can just jump and jump. There's some water. You've got jump jets in the legs, but that's
I got water here and I got water here.
And there's a little bit of water at each side, so that's interesting. Use that
and they even connect up here. Can you see that from the top? That's really, really cool.
It's cool way to design that. So he's got range. So I would sort of use him as a support. I mean, you could do a lot of damage to the building, like doing physicals and running through it and whatever else.
Yeah. But if you take him to 15-ish from what you want to hit, then he's at long range for the light arc and he's at medium range for the light gauss.
Yeah.
And just start pinging.
Immobile target, so neg 4 bonus to hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just want that 15. As soon as you're on that 15, which is long for the light arc, you can start firing both each round. Bang, 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 bang.
So that's pretty good. He's got enough ammo to last for the game, I think.
40 and 32. Yeah, I reckon it'll last. We haven't set a time limit on anything except once you blow the building up, we'll have a certain number of turns where you can get off the board for bonus points.
Yeah.
But we haven't got a time limit on how long it's supposed to take you to blow the building up.
No.
So,
but the table has enough size that's going to be interesting, but things are close enough that I think
hopefully it'll be a fairly quickish game.
Yeah, with the right combination of shots, you could really pick through that building.
If you wanted a longer game, you could make a bigger table, or you could just give the building more CF.
Yeah.
So if you make that a 200 CF, it'll take a lot longer than it would be if it's 40. If you see what I mean, you can adjust your scenario for your own sort of thing. Anyway, tangent. Boom.
All right. So this is the one that I actually designed.
What's that?
Logan.
It's French.
So what's he got? So he's also jump capable, but not as much as your Shadowhawk.
Yeah. So that was a 585. This is a 583.
Yeah, I couldn't get as much because I mean, the autocannons are pretty weighty.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got a boatload of armor there.
Yeah.
And
so 100. So yours was 184. So you've actually got more.
Yeah, but it looks like less.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is weird. I think. Yeah, there's less on my center torso, but more on the legs. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And more on the rear as well.
Rear arm is handy.
Yeah.
I think, especially when you got one of these guys running around, you want to make sure your butt's covered. So what's he got? A Ultra 5 with 20 shots, and we've got a
4 heavy machine gun arrays.
I said, let's go heavy machine guns for this one. There's 3 damage each, you've got 4. And there's... Yeah.
That's 3 points per machine gun, 3 points of damage per machine gun, 4 machine guns in the array, but you can only go out to 2 hexes. So you want him moving forward, I think, is probably his thing. Either that or covering your building for the people that are coming forward to you.
Something, yeah. So another strategy, do you send them on attack and do extra damage, or do you defend with them?
Because you've got 20 long range on one of the weapons there and only 2 on the other.
Yeah.
So it's a...
I don't know. Yeah, he's not bad. Like he can maneuver a bit, so he could be a good defensive unit actually.
Yeah.
Nice. And the centerpiece, I think,
then
of
we
each
have
force.
the Sandblaster.
The awesome Sandblaster. I wanted as many rotaries as I could fit onto the chassis. I had a look at 5s, but I just couldn't fit 4 of them on. So
and 4 is a good
4
number.
4 Rat 2s with plenty of ammo, 180 rounds. He does have jump, so that could be handy, but he's not fast. He's an 80-ton mech, so you're talking 5 run.
Yeah, that's a 353. He can't actually get up some of these inclines, which is insane to me. Most maps you'll find won't have that level of height in them.
So that'd be interesting.
Very cool.
But double heat sinks, he's good. I think
he's cool.
I think I'll probably find him. Well, I don't know. I was going to say defensive, but given enough time, he's got a range of 18.
We might have a short discussion before the game actually starts about how far everybody can move and how big the table is and all that sort of stuff. I think it was 11 along this way, so it'll be 22, maybe 23 along this way. and running flat out at a 5, you can cover a decent amount of distance.
Yeah.
He's not fast, I'll give you that, but you know, it might be only like 2 or 3 turns that you can allow for the getting away portion.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, with a range of 18, yeah, he could probably get within range of shooting stuff fairly quickly. So.
And again, if you're going for that building, once you're within that 18, you just stop and start shooting, because that -4 with your +4 cancels that out, and you just got a straight shot, all 6 on all 4. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. So the game might actually end pretty quick. Maybe we should up the CF. What do you reckon?
I was going to say, that's, where is it? It's 2 per thing. So it's 12 if you fire all 6.
And you don't have any issues.
Yeah. If you fire all 6 out of one of those guns, that's 12 damage, assuming they all fire and they all hit.
Yeah.
Okay? They all fire, they all hit, that's 12 damage, and there's 4 of them, so that's 48 damage. So technically, you could bring that building down in 1 turn, 1 shooting phase.
And that's him shooting alone. Maybe we should, okay. Well, what do you reckon then?
Make it like 100 and something? 120?
120 would be hardened then.
Okay.
So a hardened...
Where does the cutoff go? Is 100 hardened?
We'll
look
think
it
the
up.
sky's the limit sort of thing. But
Yeah, we'll look it up. I mean, maybe we can do it that way. You never know.
Maybe we'll make it hardened at 120. How does
Yeah.
that sound?
That sounds
That's
pretty
better.
good to
We'll
me.
do that.
I mean,
That's
that's like 4 rounds of him hitting with everything every time.
Yeah.
And
You want to encourage people to go after that, even
Yeah.
though they've got to defend against other targets. But that's your main goal.
But I mean, 48 damage. If I'm him, I'm probably pinging the Wolverine or the Shadowhawk there. Really, tell you the truth, and maybe secondary targeting the Locust and see if I can get a couple of lucky hits in there, because he'll die.
One salvo. On
I
the
mean,
Locust
48
is
damage
dead.
on the Locust, and there's nothing that's going to save him. It's all going to transfer up, and he's just going to explode, and that'd be hilarious.
All right. Well, I don't know. Yeah, 120. Let's make it a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll have a think about it on the day and see what's happening.
Everything else is straightforward, so we'll just decide on this on the day, like you said.
Yeah.
Probably easier.
That and a timer, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll have a think about it. You have a think about it, and we'll see what we think. But he's cool. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's quite a beast.
Funnily enough, that was basically what I was thinking of doing.
Oh, was it? Oh, good.
Yeah. Well done, you.
Well, considering we both get the same mechs, so we're all good to go. It's even Stevens and.
Yep. So I'm going to try and paint mine up because I've got the box set now. I'm going to try and paint my guys up, and we'll have. So what is that? A color scheme that's official, or is that your own?
That is the Legion of Vega.
There you go.
The
So
Draconis Combine.
the War Dogs versus the Legion of Vega. Assuming I can be bothered to do my own paint job.
I'm excited to see what you come up
I'm
with.
going to give it a
anyway,
crack
so,
and see what happens. Yeah, all good.
Okay. All right, so
Okay.
that's it. So the next video for this will be deciding on this, and then we're
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
Slugging
I was
it out.
thinking about this for 6 weeks, and then we'll figure out how to do it.
all right.
Oh dear.
All right, thank you for watching.
All good.
Consider subscribing. If you have any questions
All
or
of that.
suggestions and stuff, yeah, let us know. But yeah, I'm excited.
Do the good bits. Let's go.
All right, thanks
Okay.
people.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later.